Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Never Phil, and I'm bringing you some more Black Ops 2 commentary using the M27 for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I wound up switching over to the AN94 for the flat jacket after I get blown to fucking Kingdom Come trying to capture the old B flag here. But topic of discussion for today, I was watching a Thunder video and he was talking about the perks, and I wanted to discuss what I saw. And yeah, I think the most interesting perk I saw in there was the one where it can allow you to basically turn an opposing enemy team's UAV against them, which it'd be interesting because, you know, he made a very good point in the video that that may cut down on some of the UAV spam, and that'd be interesting to see. If it cuts down on it too much, then I think Call of Duty might get a little too slow paced for the type of players that this game attracts. But it'd be interesting, you know, it's an interesting dynamic that I would like to see in place, to see how it plays, what it brings to the game. So that'd be kind of fun topic or a fun perk to keep your eye on. In all honesty though, the most interesting thing I saw on the perk list was they have all the stealth perks broken down into one category. Hey, I think I remember discussing something about that in my What Would Make COD Perfect for Me videos, that the perks should be broken down into tiers as far as shit that helps you win gunfights, shit that keeps you off the radar, all that stuff. I think that's great. I do. I'm actually kind of fucking excited to see how that works. It could be pretty damn entertaining, pretty interesting. Let's keep in mind that we've never had a Call of Duty where every stealth perk was in the same tier, ever. And they seem to have broken it up pretty damn well. I'll tell you one of the stealth perks I saw that I actually think will be a great perk for rushers is the one that stops the enemy skull from appearing whenever you kill an enemy team. I definitely think the people who like to use the good old suppressors and hang out in the enemy spawn, that'd be a great perk for them, and I might use that myself. You know, you like to do a lot of flanking and shit, that'd probably be a really good perk for you. Is it going to be worth using over the whole off the grid perk? Probably not, but it could be. If the UAV spam is reduced due to the other perk that can fuck you over because of UAV spam, then that could really be interesting. It'd be a very strong perk to use, because one thing about, you know, players that are aware, I won't even say good players, just players that are aware of what's going on in the map, aware of their surroundings, they notice these whole skulls on the mini-map. This should have been a fucking triple spray that I choked. But they notice enemy skull or friendly skulls on the minimap, and that alerts them of enemy positioning. And when you have situations where somebody knows you're there, you're more likely to get into a contested gunfight. And if you're in a contested gunfight, you're more likely to die than if you're shooting somebody in the back. So anything that can stop the enemy team from being able to pinpoint your location is a good thing. One thing I am a little concerned with, or excuse me, not concerned with, but happy about, is they split up the whole sit rep pro type deal. It's not going to have the pro capability of making enemy footsteps louder. It's just going to work similar to engineer, I guess, and hacker and stuff. But they do have eavesdrop in there to where you can hear enemies louder. I hope they do balance that out well. I really do, because I don't want this game, I don't want COD Ghost to turn into a fucking creep walk fest like MW3 did, because everybody's scared to move about the fucking map because they're scared somebody's going to be sound horning them with Set Rep Pro. So we'll see. But definitely excited about how they broke down the perks into tiers. And from what I saw, all the perks really look like they're going to have some pretty solid competition. That'd be a great thing, right? You know, nothing so far, you know, got to see how it plays within the game. But just off first glance, it looks like everything's going to have some pretty solid competition within its tier. I'm glad to see Sleight of Hand is back. I'm also glad to see that there's no pro variant, even though I wanted pro perks back, you know, I did, but only in the event that they were only going to have like 20 perks, 15 to 20 perks in the entire game. Really 15, 3 tiers. But I like what they did. I really do. I like how it's broken down into different tiers as far as speed, stealth, you know, all elite, all that shit. I think that is fantastic. Resistance is definitely one that could be very interesting. Now, without toughness being in the same category as Sleight of Hand, then you're going to see a situation where I do believe toughness will get used the most in there, but you also have the whole tap mask in there. You have blast shield / flat jacket, whatever you want to call it, which is interesting in and of itself. And I believe that it provides some fairly good competition depending on how bad view kick is. If view kick is really, really bad in the game, then obviously toughness, or whatever it's called, is going to dominate the shit. But I'm interested to see how that plays out. In the speed tier, I really like. I really think that's going to be one of the most balanced ones. It's going to have Sleight of Hand in there. It's going to have dexterity in there. It's going to have Stalker. It's going to have lightweight and marathon all in there. That is going to be a strong fucking tier of perks, in my opinion, and that's how it needed to be balanced. That way you can have good perks, but they're still balanced, because you having to give up some good shit to have Sleight of Hand. You're having to give up Sleight of Hand to have Stalker. If you want to be able to move faster, you got to damn give up Sleight of Hand and Stalker. That'd be great, because it's something I've gotten used to on Black Ops 2, and I think this is going to help with the whole getting used to damn Modern Warfare or Call of Duty Ghosts. I've gotten used to not having the damn fast reload. So on my assault rifle classes, I'll still be able to use, you know, Stalker or lightweight if I want to. And I don't know if you're going to be able to double down on them. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to have 2 perks from the same classification or whatever. I'm not positive yet. I kind of hope you can't, in all honesty, because if you can't, then it makes it a little easier to keep it balanced. But it'll be, you know, an interesting dynamic seeing it that way. Like I said, I think the speed tier will be the best perk tier in the entire game as far as balance right off the jump. It's going to be pretty damn difficult to make some choices. You're going to have to look at how the weapon functions and kind of set it around, you know, set your perks up around that weapon. As far as, do I need Stalker with it? Do I need to have Sleight of Hand? Does it reload slow as shit? Do I need, you know, this, that, or the other? Do I need dexterity? And that is a beautiful thing, man. That is, the more I think about it, that is just a perfectly balanced fucking tier of perks right off, you know, on paper. Now the functionality of the game may make that where it's different, but on paper that is probably the best they have ever balanced any perk tier in any Call of Duty, if you really think about it. I had to look over more of it to see exactly everything for the rest of the perk tiers, but man, that I really wasn't thinking about it until I actually started doing the commentary. That is fucking phenomenal how well balanced that looks to be on paper. So many strong perks in one fucking spot where you can't really go wrong no matter what you pick, but you might actually have to damn set it up around how you're deciding to play that game, how you play with whatever weapon you're equipping, and how that weapon functions. I'm actually, okay, I don't know if you can actually tell, but I'm actually excited about this shit. Real quick though, that's really all I wanted to discuss, so I'm going to touch on one last topic, and this is kind of a follow-up to This Is My Life video. So, my dad's death was ruled a homicide. He was beaten to death, and they do have a suspect in custody charged with murder who has confessed to it. It was the dude who lived in the house where my dad's body was found in the yard. I'm very happy that the dude confessed and they actually, have him in custody. I'm happy for that, because I was worried. My dad was just a homeless dude from a bad area. I ain't gonna lie. I was worried that if it would have been a difficult investigation and not an open and shut type case, or nobody came forward with any info, that it would have went cold real quick and police wouldn't really gave a shit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments below. Thank you for watching. Final score was like 42 and something.